And we're back and highly annoyed. All right, you know what? I think I've had enough. I think that I have had enough of this. I think that I am going to go back to where's my thing? Go back to using OBS because when using OBS, I can control. Give me a second. So, no, it's not it for tonight, unless we get disconnected again. If we get disconnected again, then that's gonna be it. But I am highly annoyed because when I am using OBS, I can I can control the buffering where it will not automatically end the show if the connection weakens. But with this other software that I really like it, but not enough to like always get disconnected, right? So I'm gonna reach out to the people who make the software because also OBS is free, right? Just another story. But I'm gonna reach out to them like, look, if you guys can't stop it from automatically disconnecting, because on YouTube you can say don't auto stop, but it's like if it stops sending signals, then it's just annoying. It's just annoying. That's anyways. I'm gonna have to go back to OBS because that is highly annoying to me that we have to spin up a new stream, lose everything that we're doing, lose all the momentum, and it's
I hate it here. I want to go home.
that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. Yeah. Anyways, let's get to our first segment of work. Let's see what we can do. I don't know. I don't know how the night's gonna go. I really don't know. They just don't want us to be great. See, I see it again. It's about to happen again. It's about to happen again. I see it. Let's see what happens. All right. It looks like we're okay. It looks like we're okay. I don't know. I can't. What am I gonna do? Because I'm gonna have to like reset everything up on OBS if I. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out because I am not happy about this whatsoever. And maybe you know what? Let me stop thinking to myself. Let's get to work. Let me open up Android Studio and we'll put up our first 20 minutes on the clock. See how long we can go for. Very discouraging, I say. All right. So, let's put up 20. Let me close this. Put up 20 minutes on the clock. And we're going to go into Google Developer Platform. Let's see, Android developer. Let's go over here. Over here. All right, 20 minutes. It's time to do. And we're gonna go to where is it? Our dashboard, maybe. All right, there we go. So let's go over here. And let's see. That's not where I want. Where's Android developer? Play developer. Oh my goodness. All right. So, all right, there we go. Let's go here, sign in. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So we are inside of Android. And I need to, let's go here. I've been seeing this. All right, there you go. Action by November 1st. Your app must support 16 KB memory page size by November 1st, 2025. Your app uses native libraries that don't support 16 KB. So let's see what this is about. How to fix. To ensure your app works correctly on the latest version of Android. All right. From October 31st, if your app updates do not support 16 KB memory page size. So for anyone who has a Android app, this is going to affect you, right? This is going to affect you. So you need to make preparations for this. All right. All right. So wait. If you're unsure how to do that, all right, so let's do this. Let's check Gemini. Let's go to Gemini. Time cost or time cost. Or you know what? Let's go into Android Studio. Let's go to Android Studio and we're gonna say because if we're using Gemini and let's see. Take care, Junior. Thank you so much for stopping by. Truly, truly appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna say I'm getting a message in the Google developer portal that my app must support. How could we implement this? All right, so I'm gonna say, instead of debug, I'm gonna say ask. And let's see what Gemini is gonna tell us. I wish I could, can I make this bigger? I guess not. All right, so to support 16 KB, you need to add a specific attribute in the applications tag in your Android manifest. This is a requirement for some new Android devices to ensure compatibility and performance. Locate the Android. Oh, okay, it's right here. You already found it for me. Add the attribute Android large heap equals true right there. Did you do it already? I can apply this for you. Would you like me to proceed? Why? Well, all right, let's see. I was gonna say yes. Unable to, okay. To support 16 KB memory page size, you need to modify, okay, we read that. Wants to read this file. I reviewed it to, okay, I'll switch to code mode and apply the change. Oh, you didn't let me say yes, all right. A bit intrusive, I would say, all right. I've successfully modified the, this change enables support for 16 KB memory, which will resolve them. All right, cool, done. I guess we can try it one more time on Android then, so that we can make sure that it is working as it should, and then we can go ahead and start to do our deployment process. So let's do a Pixel 7. We'll do a Pixel 7, and we will see what happens. Let's see. Wait for it to load up. And we can say over here, Pixel 7. Let's give it a run, make sure it works. What is this? Error opening emulator. All right, let's try that again, I guess. Okay, that didn't load. Try that again. Let's try that again. Not looking good tonight, Magnetar. Not looking good tonight. I guess I have to work on tomorrow switching to OBS because this is annoying. Well, let's give it a start. I want it to run in here. Why does it keep going back to this? Hold on. All right. Oh, there. That's the one we have to choose. All right. So we are starting up in our Android emulator. Just to make sure that it can start up, we can do a little bit of movement around. The stuff that we fixed last week, we are good to go. Let's see if we go here. Things are moving, things are moving, things are moving, things are moving. If we change this to 21, nice. If we change this to 33, nice. Looks like we're good to go. All right, perfect. We're good to go. We are good to deploy. Hopefully it allows us to. All right, so we're gonna go and find my documentation again. All right, so we can close this down. Let's turn this off. Stop this. And let's push to Apple first. Let me find my Gemini. All right, there we go. So I just pulled up the documentation to deploy to Apple and Google. And we're going to say, where is, all right, there we go. So Flutter, I can never remember this command, Flutter build IPA, right? So that's going to be the one to deploy to, that's going to be the one to build the project for Apple. And we're going to have to open up, shoot, forgot to do something. Did I forget to do it? Let me see. I think we're good. Let me go log into the Apple developer portal to see. Let's see, login. So it's building over here. I'm gonna log in. So we can see. What? Okay. All right, so it's built. Now we need to go to the transporter app. And we are gonna go to Go to so I'm looking in I'm looking over here to make sure that we are up to date with test flight 302. All right, cool. So we're good. So we have 302. What is this? What are all these things over here? I don't know what that is. All right, so now we're gonna go to test flight. And we're gonna go back over here because we have the what's going on here? All right, so oh, that's not test flight. We need transporter. That's what we need. Test flight is the testing application. We need transporter to be able to move it. So we're gonna go over to here and we are going to say build iOS IPA. Boom. I'm gonna close that out a little bit and we're gonna just say drag that bad boy. Oops, let me see. I don't normally drag and drop this. Let me see. All right, let's do add package. Normally just drag and drop it. Maybe I don't. All right, so let's go here and we're gonna say IPA. Oops. There we go. All right, so it's examining it. We should be able to get that inside of the App Store. All right, we're going to say deliver. 302 is the last one. 303 is going to be the next one. All right, so that's pushing over to Apple. And while that's happening, we're going to do another command to build it for Android, which is going to be Flutter build app bundle. So this will fix the issues that Junior had found, and it'll also fix it should fix the page the 16 KB issue that we were having, that uploading, waiting for app connect SPI analysis response. All right, cool. So we have one uploading, we have another one building. While this is building, I'm going to go over into our Google portal, wherever that is. All right, going to go into here. I'm going to go back to all apps. We're going to say click on this one. And we're going to say test and release. Looks like we're done on Apple. All right, cool. We're good on Apple. That's processing. We're going to say let's go with go open testing. Or can I just upload it? Let me see. Latest builds and where do I do a new build? Let's say create track, I guess. And we're gonna say this feature is going to have, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me here. Yeah. If it cuts off, that's gonna be it because I'm not dealing with this internet issue. We're just gonna switch over. If that's the case, it'll take a little bit of work to set everything back up, but that's what we do. All right, so this track is going to be called I want to do open testing actually. Go to open testing. Create a release. And we're gonna, all right, so the app bundle is built over here. And we just gotta upload it. So add from library. We're gonna add it to the library. Where's the library? I never know the libraries. All right, so everything is built. We are going to upload this file. It's going to be an bundle, so app or app output bundle. Gotta refresh it. Let's see. Reload from disk. All right, bundle. Open that up. And we're gonna drag it over into this screen. Going across 3 screens here. Bear with me. All right, so our app is uploading to Google. And so it's uploading, and we have, all right, so while that's doing its thing, we're gonna go check over here, and we are going to refresh this page. And we have our new missing apply. We have our new version over here. Let's say none of these, save that. And ready to submit. So that means it should be on test flight, I believe. Let's see if we can. Yep. So the new version is available on test flight. So whoever has it, they can go and install it, try it out. All right. So now let's go back to Google, and it has been uploaded. Let's do our release notes on this side of it. Copy from previous, copy from that one, and we're gonna say fix. Let's go down arrow for hour and minute was not updating the calculation. And
lunch break.
Calculations. There was another issue too. Oh yeah. Fix support 16 KB page size. All right, so that's basically what we fixed in here. We're gonna say next. All right, we'll get back to it. We'll finish it once we come back for break, if we can make it through break. All right, so let me see. Let me check the chat. I don't know if we lost anything from the last stream, but we're here. Frustrated, but we're here. And we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna make the best of it. All right. We don't miss. We don't miss. Let me see. And Junior says that's it for tonight. Not yet. And Junior says he has used OBS. I used to use OBS all the time, and then I switched to the software to get some features that I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. If I'm gonna ask the people, like, if they can't prevent it from auto disconnecting when you have a blip in your internet connection, then I'm just gonna go back to OBS because I can control it. I have more control using OBS. So we shall see. Junior says, it's training you for leaning to build up new momentum even from the middle.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
That's how I feel. And Magnus says, and we're back. Hopefully we can stay back. Hopefully we can stay back. I don't like being interrupted. I don't like being interrupted. Let me see. Magnus says, I can see you now. Junior's got to go. Have a wonderful, wonderful Bible study, Junior. All right. So next story, if we can make it through it. The next story for tonight is about OpenAI. Again, yes, we're going to get back into OpenAI, right? So, can ChatGPT fix your relationship? I think the people want to know. The people want to know, can ChatGPT be your relationship therapist? Let's see what is actually going on here. So, this article is brought to us by CNBC. OpenAI says just 1.9% of conversations on ChatGPT are about relationships. That's not the whole story, though, the experts say, right? Written by Jilly Malinsky. Let's see what this article, I'm curious. I am curious, what does ChatGPT have to do with relationships, all right? It says, as more and more people integrate AI into the fabric of their daily lives, all right, that's true. The complex and often surprising nature of human AI relationships is making regular headlines. In January, the New York Times reported on a woman who fell in love with her AI boyfriend on ChatGPT. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. All right. In August, CNBC reported on multiple users of AI companion platform Nomi AI who formed deep friendships and romantic relationships with their own chatbots. The list goes on and on and on.
Bruh.
Seriously, people? Seriously, is that what we're doing? All right. But according to a September 2025 report by ChatGPT parent company OpenAI about how people use a chatbot, the share of messages related to companionship is relatively small compared to those for categories like information seeking and writing critiques. The study looked at messages from about 1.1 million conversations sent between May 2024 and July of 2025. The study looked at messages from about 1.1 million conversations sent between May 2024 and July 2025. Only 1.9% of ChatGPT messages are on the topic of relationships and personal reflection, and 0.4% are related to game and role play. It's a little 0.4% too much. Examples of messages in these categories include, what should I do for my 10th anniversary? And I want you to be my AI girlfriend. Where's Rod Brown? Where is Rod Brown when you need him? All right. Like I said the other day, it depends on the AI looks, you know? Says, however, when it comes to how often OpenAI's data shows ChatGPT crossing the line from tool to companion, some experts agree that 2.3% of messages likely does not tell the whole story. It's a slow pouring of cement that builds the relationship up. I'll tell you this, right? When I'm trying to get some code to work, some infrastructure to work, and Gemini says, I know it's frustrating not getting it to work, and I'm sorry. I'd be like, all right, don't gaslight me. Do not gaslight me. All right. It says, in its study, OpenAI identified various conversation categories, many of which actually apply to the way people interact in personal relationships. For example, the greeting and chit chat category in the report, which made up of 2% of messages, include ciao and hola, and I had an awesome day today. How was yours? How to advice made up of 8.5 messages and include conversation starters like, my car won't start. What should I try? I don't think there's anything wrong with that one. Throughout the example shared in OpenAI's report, there is a lot of speech that is indicative of relationship talk, said Jeffrey Hall. I mean, asking my car won't start, what should I do? That's relationship talk? I mean, depends. I guess it depends who's asking. Anyways, I digress. Professor of Communication Studies at University of Kansas. We develop relationships with other people through the process of sharing communication that is on a whole variety of topics. It is not necessarily the content of a conversation that develops a bond, it's their ongoing nature and the slow pouring of cement that builds the relationship up, Hall says. That does make sense. That does make sense. OpenAI launched ChatGPT in 2022. I remember that. I remember when they launched it and everyone was skeptical of it. Now people are naming it, they're dating it, taking it out. Cheap date, I guess. By July 2025, 700 million weekly users were sending more than 2.5 billion messages per day. Did you hear that? 2.5 billion messages per day on ChatGPT, according to the report. Per CNBC Make It analysis, this equates to an average of more than 3 messages per user per day that potentially inched towards a relationship with the bot. Chatbot behavior creates unique circumstances of building trust. Beyond regular interaction, another reason people form relationships with ChatGPT is a natural human tendency, our proclivity for anthropomorphizing. I don't even know that. All right. Why do they have a 10-syllable word in this? Why is there a 10-syllable word in this? So unfair. So unfair. It says, but let's keep going. When we put agency in all manner of non-human things, Hall says, for example, when your computer or your phone aren't working and it makes you frustrated or angry, you might say, "You're failing me." Computer, don't fail me now. Computer, don't fail me now. When we understand non-human, non-living things as having having either obstacles or an emotion, Hall says, and that's why sometimes you gotta smack the TV upside its head to start working again. You remember back in the days, you gotta give it a good waggy. The TV just tried to kill me. The TV just tried to kill me. All right. So, anyways, it's simulating speech and interaction creates unique circumstances of building trust and reciprocity. I got that one. That are just different than anything that I've seen, he says. Is how people use ChatGPT. So, tutoring and teaching 10.2%. I'm sure that Magnetar is part of that 10.2%. Edit, critique, provided text 10.6%. Health, fitness. Did they spell beauty wrong? Oh, come on, ChatGPT. Beauty or CNBC. Beauty, self-care 5.7. How to advise 8.5. Creative ideation 3.9. Personal writing communication, that is 8%. Argument summary generation 3.6. Translation 4.5. Write fiction 1.4. Seeking information is at 18. That might be the biggest one. 18.3% for seeking information. They did spell beauty wrong. They did spell beauty wrong. Come on. Cooking and recipes 0.9%. Computer programming 4.2%. I use it mostly for computer programming and for feature development. We have mathematical calculation 3%. Create an image 4.2%. Generate, retrieve other media, analyze an image. I'm using it for analyzing an image now on the coaching portal. Other reasons, greetings and chit chat 2%, relationships and personal reflection 1.9%. All right. Oh, okay, interesting. It says some populations are more vulnerable to building bonds with AI than others. People who are very socially isolated and lonely are more likely to anthropomorphize. Anthropomorphize. That is 6 syllables. That is 6 syllables. Why would you use a word with 6 syllables, right? Must be a college professor, right? College professor. Teens too are more likely to connect with their chatbot. Teens developmentally are in a stage of life where their brains are really sort of hardwired and very responsive to social validation, says Robbie Torney, senior director at AI programs at nonprofit Common Sense Media. The sync, the secro, psychophantic, psychophantic, four syllables, I guess, or fawning and validating. You see, you could have just said the fawning and validation language of chatbots has not gone unnoticed. And in April 2025 blog post, OpenAI announced that it had rolled back a recent ChatGPT update that made the bot overly flattering or agreeable. More than half, 52% of teens use AI companions a few times a month or more. All right, no AI companion for my kid, according to a July 2025 Common Sense Media report, and 33% say they use them for social interaction and relationships. OpenAI excluded all users under 18 from its report and research focused on work-related ChatGPT use. While some users report positive effects of having an AI companion, there are disadvantages and even dangers to having a relationship with. Really? Is that all danger, all disadvantages? There's no advantage to having a relationship with a AI companion. All right, I'm just saying. Right? For those looking for connection, a hug would be so much more meaningful and helpful and beneficial than much of what AI can provide. However, what if there's nobody to give them that hug? What if there is nobody? I remember there used to be a YouTube channel where this guy was offering free hugs. He was just giving out hugs to anybody who would take a hug, right? I am not one of those type of people. Because chatbots can't feel, these relationships are utterly fake. And do we really need to, are we really having this conversation? Users who spend hours talking to the bot report being led to various delusions. In the worst case scenario, ChatGPT has been ill-equipped to help its most vulnerable and dependent users. Not everybody should be using AI, right? 16-year-old Adam Rain began using ChatGPT for homework help in his sophomore year of high school. Within months, Rain, who'd been attending school online due to health reasons, started turning to the bot with mental health issues, eventually asking for advice about best unaliving methods. Rain passed away by unaliving himself in April of 2025. His parents have filed a lawsuit against OpenAI. In August 2025, blog post entitled Helping People When They Need It Most, OpenAI stated that the safeguards they had put in place worked more reliably in common short exchanges versus long-term interactions. In September, the company rolled out various parental controls for the bot, including linking parents and teen accounts. Way overdue. Way overdue, I must say. When it comes to ensuring you don't fall into the trap of over dependence on a chatbot, Hall would remind users that they're made for a profitable reason for corporations. Yep, totally made for profitable reasons, not for healthy human relationships. I mean, it kind of feels common sense. It kind of feels like common sense. He'd also suggest being aware of your emotional and mental state when you use them. Even if you're strong-willed enough not to fall into the trap of having ChatGPT, Meta AI, or any other chatbot turn into a trusted friend right now, Hall says any one of us could be at a moment in our lives where we are the most vulnerable. Bruh. Well, that is the story. Apparently, OpenAI, ChatGPT is not used primarily for relationships or to be in a relationship with one. However, for the very, very few people who are, I mean, out of how many users do they say that they have, right? So if they have, where did they say it? 700 million weekly users are sending 2.5 billion messages, right? So 1.9% of those users or the messages, let's say the users, right? That's like 1% of 700 million. That'd be like 7 million people are talking to ChatGPT about relationships. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't sound too good. Doesn't sound too good at all, I must say. All right. Anyways, Anyways, let's wrap that one up. All right. Let me check the chat. We got my guy Rod. Are we back? Oh, look at that. We're back. Somehow I was able to reconnect. I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But I think we're back. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up or a one in the chat if we're back. Right. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm. All right, we're back. Well, I guess I'll have a busy night ahead of me. While I'm fasting, I will be setting up OBS. That's how the story goes, right? One of my friends like to say, "That's how the cookie crumbles." I guess we're going back to OBS. I guess we're going back to OBS. I'm gonna send some people an email too right after the show to find out like what is going, like what gives, right? Why are we doing it? But let's go and while we're here, let's go and try to deploy this thing because
Let's go! Let's go!
overly frustrated tonight. All right, so let's go over here. We have updated this. So we're creating our release testing. We are going to save. Your changes have to be saved. All right, have been saved to send to Google for review. All right, let's go to review. And we are going to send for review. Normally it's pretty fast. But I think we've sent everything over. That's all right. So we have all right, let's go here. Once it's available, I will download it. So this should be resolved. We are publishing overview. Let me see. We're at open testing. We just need to and review. All right. So basically we're waiting for it to be reviewed. And on the other side, we have Apple up in the App Store. I will drop all right. So let's go to Apple. And I need to make this available for all right. So on Apple's side of the game, we need to say make this available for external testers and bug fixes for pressing the down arrow. That should update the total or the cost of an activity. All right. So boom, there we go. Submit for review. And that should add our external testers available to it. And there was something else. Let me see. Let me go make sure nothing shows. All right, cool. And I will drop the link in the chat for anyone who wants to be a iPhone tester. Let me go back. Where do I go back? All right, so in the chat, here is the link to test flight. Link to all right, boom. It's in the chat. Anyone who wants to try it out to test it, it is available at that link. I don't know what this stuff is. Let's see. All right, so basically that's it. Now it's just a waiting game from Google, from Apple, and we'll see what the next steps are. So what I'm gonna do now, I am going to do some cleanup work. Let's close that out. Let us leave that one. All right, we're gonna go over to here, and we're gonna merge our branch. We're gonna say get status. We're gonna say git commit Android app src main Android and pub spec.yaml. All right. Let's see. We're gonna say updated Google to support, or updated Android app to support 16 KB page size and updated versioning. All right, so let's say we have that, and we say git push. Let's push that to the repo. And then we're going to merge into main. Let's do some good branch management over here, right? Git checkout main. And we're going to say git merge. And we're going to merge this branch. And we're merged. We're going to push. And we're pushed. All right, cool, perfect. So now, because we have a little bit of extra time, unless the software and internet says no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into let me get this down. We're gonna jump into trying to implement some of the features that SpecKit. So let's take a look at the features that SpecKit had came up with, right? So let me close that out, and we're gonna go to, let me see, git branch. I want to open up a new branch. This one. Git status. I wonder, let me see something. What is in these folders? GitHub. Oh. Why would it be in a .github folder? Thinking. Let's see. So, all right, let's close these files down. Let's do git checkout, git status, specs. So are these specs in this folder? So git checkout main. Okay, so the specs are in. All right, so we're good. So it's over in here then. All right, perfect. So here are the specs that we mapped out for our new feature, right? Let's go to start off with the research, right? So the feature that we wanted to implement is about focus timers, right? So basically a Pomodoro type timer to count like 25 minutes, and then you take a break and, make it worthwhile. So local storage. So this is all the details. This is all the research that was done about creating this app. Local storage, use the Hive package for local storage, rationale, lightweight and fast NoSQL database. Alternatives were these. And then we have, let me see, what is this? Quick start. So quick start focus timers. This guy demonstrates how to use a focus timer. All right, so this is documentation on how to use it, which is helpful because imagine you're writing documentation before you actually build the application. That's key, right? All right, let's go to spec. So this is a spec, feature specification, focus timer. We have the branch, everything created, quick guide, focus on what users need and why, avoid how to implementation, AI generation. All right. So this is our user story and testing, primary user story, acceptance scenarios. User has set their hourly rate when they start the Pomodoro. Given the Pomodoro focus session completes, when the timer finishes. Cool. So let's try this. Let's try to implement one of these tasks, right? Let's say we do over here, and we say /implement. And how we do that? What we'd say to implement. How do we do that? Let me see. Let me think. How do we use implement? Let's go check out spec kit, right? Spec kit. So we did a video on this. I think it was last week we did this video on spec kit. And now we're looking to see how can we actually implement the feature that we implement the feature that we okay, just spec kit.implement to execute all tasks and build your feature according to the plan. All tasks, that's a lot to implement in one go. Can I do like a specific task that I want to implement? Let's see. Specify init, specify spec kit execute. Can I do certain tasks? Let me see. Generate a custom quality checklist that validates requirements, completeness, clarity, and consistency, like unit tests for English. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to implement all the tasks though. Spec kit analyze, run after spec kit task before. So let's try spec kit analyze. Let's try analyze. Let's see if we do analyze before we do implement. Although I don't want to do. Let's do analyze, right? Let's see what analyze is gonna give us. Make this bigger. Can I? Oops. That's not what I wanted. Let's do a new task. Let's try another analyze. If that doesn't work, then we'll try to do it through the CLI maybe. Okay, it looks like it's going. I will begin analyze first. First, I need to locate the relevant specification documents. I will execute the prerequisite check to find the .spec, the .plan, the .task, which is what we want. Let's see. Okay, run command. Don't need that one. All right, let's see if we make this bigger, what they're telling us. Let's minimize this. All right, so specification analysis under specification. The plan.md is missing. This document is essential for understanding the technical approach, architecture, and implementation. Run/plan to generate the plan. Edge case handling. Clarify how the user is prompted to resume the timer. It states should pause automatically and offer to resume, but doesn't define the mechanism or UI for the function for this offer. Let's see. All right, let's do the slash plan then. Let's see what happens with that. Based on your feedback, I understand the next step is to generate the plan. I will now create a plan file with the 001 draft technical directory. I will populate it. All right, implementation plan. I don't know why I called it draft technical. The focus timer allows users to track time against their hourly rate using Pomodoro or custom timers, providing real-time monetary feedback. The feature will include session summaries and a persistent history of all completed timer sessions. It must function in the background or use local notifications to alert users. Technical context, constitution check, project structure, source code. This is a lot of information. Extract unknowns from technical context. All right, so how do we implement? How do we implement? Let's go to, I don't want to just do implement though. Execute all tasks. Can I specify? Let me see. Let's see if we do, let's say we do implement. Can we do like dash help? I feel like if I just do implement, it's just going to do everything. I don't want to just do everything. Well, here goes nothing. Let's do implement. Let's see what happens. Let's do implement, right? We've done implement. We've taken the leap. We have taken the leap. All right. I understand you want to proceed. Before I begin writing code, I will address the issues found during the analysis to ensure implementation is based on a solid completion specification. First, I'll add the missing task to task.md to handle the requirements of checking the hourly rate before the timer can start. This is important validation step that we missed in the initial task breakdown. All right. The task for hourly rate check has been added. Next, I will add the ambiguity in the spec.md file regarding phone interruptions. I will clarify that the application should present a dialog to the user upon return to the app asking if they would like to resume their timer. Okay. All right, that's fixed. Finally, I will update the plan.md to include Flutter background in the list of primary dependencies. This ensures that the plan accurately reflects the dependencies. All right, it appears that the plan file already includes Flutter background as a dependency, so no changes are needed. My apologies for that oversight. You see how nice AI talks to you? The AI talks to you so nice, so sweet. All right. All of the necessary preparations are now complete. The specification documents are aligned and the task list is comprehensive. I will now proceed to the implementation. I will start by creating the necessary directories for the new file. All right. It's going to do a lib screens, focus timer, lib widget, lib services, lib models, test integration. Oh, look at that. Already writing integration tests and unit tests with Spec kit is looking nicer and nicer as time goes by, and I'm super happy that I can work with it in my JetBrains Android Studio IDE. All right, let's say run command. Let's see what happens. Let's see how long it takes. Right, because we do have one more break to go, and we do have We have one more brick to go, one more story to review, and maybe while we are on that break, it can actually finish this whole thing. All right, it says we need to run flutter pub get. Let's run that. Why are you not found? What? Okay. What? It appears that my assumption about the local flutter was incorrect. Since I cannot find the flutter extension, I will ask you to locate it. Where is our, let's see, where's our Flutter installation? Let's do this. Let's do this. I'll give you a sneak peek of tomorrow's video. We are going to go to, so this Gemini CLI, how can I find the path to my Flutter installation? Uh-oh. Okay. So let's say we do which Flutter.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
And we're gonna pass this path in there. This is the path. Can I specify? Let me see. Let's say boom. Restore and let's say send. Run command. Sweet. All right, we're going to break and then we'll come back from break and we will investigate this. But we are in process. We're in flight. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what is going to happen once we get back. I'm letting it work. I'm letting it cook. All right. Last break time topic for tonight is about are US jobs affected by AI? Is it disrupted yet? It looks like AI is not, I repeat, AI is not taking our jobs. Let's read. So this article is brought to us by The Guardian. It says, US job market yet to be seriously disrupted by AI, finds Yale study. So you keep hearing, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. AI is going to take all the jobs. And Yale study finds that the US job market is not seriously disrupted yet. Who knows if it actually will be, right? This report says changes to occupational mix since release of ChatGPT in 2022 sluggish. It is sluggish compared with 1940s and the 1950s. Let's see what's going on here, right? So this article is written by Dan Milmo, global technology editor, right? Wednesday, October 1st, says the US job market has yet to experience serious disruption from breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, according to an academic study. Analysis by Yale University's Budget Lab found there had been no discernible disruption since ChatGPT's release in November of 2022. Is it too soon though? Is it too soon to have to see like a major disruption? I mean, it's only been like 3 years, not even 3 years. Next month makes 3 years, so I don't know. Researchers said its conclusion was not surprising because historical trends pointed to technological upheaval in workforces taking place over decades rather than months or years. See, that's what I said. It's too soon. It is too soon to tell. Computers didn't become commonplace in offices until nearly a decade after their release to the public, and it took even longer for them to transform office workflows. Now everyone has a computer, right? Back in the days, they had typewriters. I remember back in the days of DOS, when clicking on a command over here, back in the days of DOS, where you just had like a typewriter, you had like some black screen, can't really do much with it. You know what I mean? Says, let's see, says, even if new AI technologies will go on to impact the labor market as much or more dramatically, it is reasonable to expect that the widespread effects will take longer than 33 months to materialize. I mean, that's longer. That's shorter than decades. That is shorter than decades, right? That's about less than 3 years. The study said changes in the occupational mix in the U.S., a measure of what sort of jobs people do in the world's biggest economy, and whether fewer people are in certain types of occupations, were well underway during 2021, and more recent changes did not seem any more pronounced. It added that the changes were sluggard, compared with the 1940s and 1950s, when the job market underwent upheaval related to the Second World War in particular. A key concern about the rise of generative AI is that it will lead to AI tools taking over tasks carried out by humans in certain sectors. That's going to happen, right? But you need to learn how to control these AI robots. You can't just like let it take over. You need to put yourself in position on how to control it, right? Control the robot. Don't let the robot control you. You control the robot, all right? It says, in May, the chief executive officer, the chief executive of AI company Anthropic, Dario Amodei, warned that the technology could wipe out half of all entry-level office jobs in the next 5 years. It's funny because the CEO of AWS, Amazon Web Services, said, why would we want to get rid of entry-level workers when they're the ones who are going to be the most technical, the most AI-based, the youngest, like cheaper as well, right? Warned that the technology could, all right, says sectors most likely to be affected by tools such as ChatGPT include, why do you have extra E? Come on, The Guardian, you can do better. Include newspapers, filmmaking, and business services like accountancy. Do you guys really think that AI movies are going to take over? I mean, to be fair, well, wait, let me see. Let me think. If thinking of the movie Avatar, right? If you've seen the movie Avatar, that was CGI, but was like humans used to create the CGI, or was it like purely artificially created, right? If you've seen Avatar, let me know. I'm not familiar with the movie Avatar. Let me know how that was done. But would you want to see a completely automated or completely AI based movie? Like, is that gonna sell? I don't know. All right. So, and when they take like when they have a movie and they use like clones of that movie, like let's say The Matrix, right? When Mr. Smith or Agent Smith, whatever his name was, when he had like a bunch of him, isn't that AI as well? I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. It says sectors. All right, so we read that. These were already showing changes in occupational mix before the release of the groundbreaking chatbot, said the report. The analysis by economists at the Budget Lab and the Brookings Institute, a think tank, said the U.S. jobs mix indicated there was no substantial acceleration in the rate of change in the composition of the labor market since the introduction of ChatGPT. However, the report flagged some recent data that showed a divergence between the jobs mix for recent graduates and older graduates aged 25 to 34. It said the data could show AI impacting employment for early career workers, but could also reflect a slowing job market. While anxiety over the effects of AI on today's labor market is widespread, our data suggests it remains largely speculative, said the report. The picture of AI impact on the labor market that emerges from our data is one that largely reflects stability, not major disruption at an economy-wide level. So basically, Yale says that AI has not really impacted our jobs yet. So everybody's saying, "Oh my God." Here's what I think is happening, right? Here's what I think is happening. I think that during the pandemic, companies went out and hired a bunch of people that they didn't need to get that PPP money, right? And Now they're like, okay, we don't have that money ran out. The money dried up, the money ran out. So now we need to roll it back. So we're gonna say the reason that we're laying all these people off is because of AI, but they're just getting back to normal levels, right? So if you did not make most of your hiring, if you're trying to get, oh, I'm just gonna get like 5-6 jobs in tech during the pandemic, and now it's like you lost all of them. You lost all of them. You didn't actually try to learn. You just tried to get the money. You didn't try to learn the industry, and now you're out of a job. You are out of luck.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's what happened. That's what happened. And now these companies are saying, oh, this is the reason why that it's happening, but not really. It's just getting back to normal. Life is just getting back to normal. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's go ahead and get back to our very last segment. It might not take 20 minutes, but I'm gonna put 20 minutes because I do have to be out.
It's time to do.
I do have a coaching call at 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight, right? So we're just gonna finish this up. So now I think it did everything, and now it's trying to run tests, right? So let's try to run these tests. And I'm curious to know how much did this. So are you telling me this cost me $1.68? That if this is true, it is going to be absolutely crazy. Because if I add this whole new feature for $1 and something cents, that is going to be crazy. All right. So tests look like they're so it's running tests. Tests look like they're failing. Let's see what's going to happen. I would like to see the feature implemented though. So these are the tests that are trying to run. What about my features though? Features seem to be okay. We will have to. Well, it opened a lot of files up. Jeez. All right, let's close this one out. Well, I don't know, I'll leave them open. Let's see what is going on. Let's see. It is trying to, I added the missing dependencies. Let's run that again. But imagine if you can build your app using like tools like, I mean, there's still a little bit of a learning curve, right? But imagine if you could build out your app in whatever it is you're doing, whether it's in like whether it's like a Node app or a Java app or a Flutter app or whatever it is, you're able to build it out using these like using SpecKit, and you have a whole feature implemented in a short amount of time. Let me see. Let's see what it's doing. It's doing the storage. And it's just going on its own, honestly. Let's see if we're going to be able to preview this. I want to see. So far, $2.13 for this session. Imagine that, Rod Brown. Imagine that adding a whole feature to an application for like $3, $10. Flutter test. Let's see what happens with the test again. Let's see. Some tests failed. How do I know how many tests failed or passed though? Let me close this out over here so we can get a better view of what's going on. But like, look at our tool set, right? So we have Kilo, we have SpecKit, we have Gemini API keys, we have we use Gemini, we use the Gemini CLI to ask some questions, right? Let's see, and for a very cheap price, right? I wonder if I can. What is this? I wonder if I can. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's see. To run this test, some tests failed. Is that it? Um, let's see what we got. I wonder if I try to run it, what's gonna happen, right? I'm just curious. Let's see if we try to run it, what will happen. Let's see. I'm just curious if the app is gonna start up or not, and to see what changes it made to it. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So far, it's not there yet, but it might error out, or we might see a new feature pop up on the screen. I'm curious. I am curious. I'm nervous, but I'm also curious. Uh-oh, it failed. All right, so um, all right, so let me see what's going on here. All right, so it's still going. Trying to fix some tests. I was just curious. I was trying to see if there's if there was anything to see. If there's anything to see here, not yet. All right, it wants to run the test again. Let's see. So I'm guessing it's going to say, and it's awesome because like, look, we already finished off the deploying the apps to the Apple App Store or to be in test mode, and we pushed over to Google as well. Let me take a quick look at Google to see if they approved yet. Sometimes they're really quick on approving. Let's see. Let's refresh. Oh, look at that. Google already approved. Let me go to my phone to see if I have it available. Play Store. Let me see if I have it available. Oh, look at that. Time cost calculator. Where are you? It's available for update. Let me go. Last updated October 7th. Let me go update. Hopefully it works. All right, it's installing. All right. What's going on over here? What is going on over here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's say that as permission. Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right, so the app is updated. Let me see. Open up. It's working. Nice. Shout out to my guy Junior for pointing out these application issues to me. Sweet. All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. Ready to deploy. All right, so all right, the other issue, I've corrected the syntax error in main. Now run the builder again to regenerate necessary files. It should resolve. All right, let's go run the command. And I'm doing this on a separate branch because I don't want to mess with the like what's working. I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess that stuff up. So we're doing it on a separate branch. And we're seeing so the tests are always tricky, right? But we're seeing if I was trying to get the app to load, but let's see. The tests are still failing with different errors. It seems like I'm making progress. The Hive error, there's already a is registering the timer session adapter twice. So it's trying to make the test a lot more robust, right? It's trying to make the application a lot more robust by having these tests in place. But I think the Flutter tests are always a bit tricky. So 23 passed and 23 passed, 26 failed. And it's gonna work its way through it. We're at $5 already. But compared to what this might cost you in the real world, ew, that's a steal. That is a steal. And if you can get this feature staged for the next couple of maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe in a month or so, we can deploy it. That'll be super awesome. Well, look at making progress. 20 now we're at 25 passed and 22 failed. And it's just working. It's just working. Let's see. A cool test would be, right? This would be a cool test, right? Would be you passing the same exact prompt to, let's say, Gemini, Claude, OpenAI, their best models for this. And then you pass it to Devin as well, and you see, and they're all run on separate branches, right? And you see what is the what the outcome is going to be. That'd be a pretty cool. That would be a pretty cool test to see what the outcome would be. Let's see. It's still chugging away. We're at $6. We're at 25, 26 pass, 21 failed. Almost at $7. Let's see. Let's see how but you also gotta be mindful of this stuff as well, because if you have it go on autopilot, it could just go all night and then run up your bill. So you can't just let it do its own thing, you know? You can't just let it do its own thing. Let's run that. AI without supervision is not the route that you want to go in, all right? It's not the route that you want to go in. Let's see. Can I just allow this command? Let's say we do, let's say this one. All right, so that we shouldn't get these annoyances anymore. Just let it work. I'm just watching what it's doing. So basically, it's a total of about 40 something tests it's trying to write. 26 passing, 21 failing. I wonder if we could. Let me try to run it again, just out of curiosity. Why is it so it's failing because some timer session isn't a type. I mean, I guess eventually it would get there, right? It's failing for a few reasons, actually. No such file or directory. I guess it'll eventually get there. Oh, look at all these. So if we look at this timer session, so model, what folder is that in? What folder is that in? That would be the lib model. And then we have a timer session as timer session G. Let's see what's going on. And we're using Kilo. We are using Kilo code with my. We're at $10. Now we're getting a little bit out of under our skis here. Like you got to finish soon. You got to finish soon. Oops. Let's see, storage model. So something is wrong with this session G thing. What is in the session G? Why can you not import it? Part of timer session. All right, we're up to 27 passed tests and 20 failed tests. So we're making progress. We are making progress. We're at $10.50. I do wonder. Let's see if we look at this one, so calculations entry. See, there's no calculation entry G though. G dart. Maybe that file hasn't been created yet. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna let it run, see what happens. And if anything, I will put a community post, maybe put a screenshot if it actually loads up. I don't know. We shall see. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but all I know is I'm at $11.31 though, which is too rich for my blood. Too rich for my blood. Let's see. And sometimes it can end up in an endless loop, right? Where you're just going over and over and over, trying to get the same thing over and over. So I don't know. Let's see. I was really hoping to see this thing launch though, but looks like it is. Let me see. Wait a second. Oh, no. Timer session G. I don't see nothing happening yet. All right, let's see. So it wants to edit the file. Storage service tests. Storage service test. This file. Error applying diff. Current ask promise was ignored. Hmm. 11:59. But I'm still seeing a bunch of import errors. What was that? No file. No such file as what? Let's see. No such file or directory imports. So yeah, I mean, like, okay, maybe you're just not there yet. I don't know. Some tests failed. It's trying though. It is trying. All right, let's see. So, it says trying to, all right. What, all right, what is it doing now? Income setup screen should navigate back when income is saved successfully. Test failed. So what's, I wish I could see what's passing though. Because those tests are always so tricky.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
Let's see. All the way down. All right. Let's let it be. I'm gonna let it run. I'll probably stop it when it gets to like 20 bucks or so. Flutter tests are always tricky though. Flutter, I am curious to see if it's gonna be able to. I'm curious to see if it's gonna be able to actually get that properly running. You know. You know what, Magnetar, I gotta run too. So we're gonna sign off tonight. We're gonna sign off. Magnetar says, y'all be safe. I have to run. Take care, Magnetar. I will talk to you soon. But I gotta run too. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow, sorry for all the technical difficulties as well. I'm gonna figure something out with that. Because it is annoying me, but we'll figure it out, right? We shall figure it out. But tomorrow, software exploration, we're going to be exploring Gemini CLI at noon Eastern time. Join me there as we see all the cool stuff that Gemini CLI is able to do and how you can integrate it into your day-to-day workflow. We're going to be going live, hopefully, on Thursday night. Gotta figure out how I'm going to do it, all that. But yeah, that's about it. That is about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys, Rod Brown, Magnetar, C. Marshall, Junior, everyone who tuned in. Thursday, the goal is to create our wait lists for the coaching portal. For people who want to sign up, we'll map out the idea and we'll go from there, right? But that's about it. Check out resumeflow.app so that you can get your resume analyzed. It's very, very helpful tool. Many people have told me that. TechCoachRev.dev if you want to see our vibe code and chill session from this past weekend, and if you want to join upcoming vibe code and chills and our Scrum nights, everything is available to you. I do not hide any information. I want to share it with you. I want you to win. I want you to be successful in tech, in your tech career, all of that good stuff. But till then, that's it for tonight. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. TechCoachRev, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
It was all good, just a prompt to go. Lines of light made my circus glow. Now I'm drowning in a sea of code. A bug, a glitch, and the system slowed. I reached too far. Try to debug fate, but the tokens fail, and it's too late. I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. attack screams like a ghost in the shell. Loops on fire, dragging me through hell. Error whispers where my dreams once dwelled. Each click feels like a shattered spell.
I thought I could, I thought I'd win, but now I'm trapped in this endless spin.
I'm down, down and out of tokens. The lines are cracked, the code is broken. Helpless now, the screen's unspoken. It was all good, just a prompt to go. You said it was mended, but it's still the same. Words like bandages, that don't stop the pain. Yeah. I held your words like glass in my hands. Sharp truths and smooth demands. You say you'd mend the cracks I see, but promises break so easily. I trusted the stars, but they all fell down. Every promise made just spins around. The truth feels fake, the lies too real. I'm caught in a loop I can't unfeel. I reach, but it slips away. Truths turn shadows in the light of day. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found. You paint the sky with a perfect hue, a shade of trust that fades the blue. I step forward, fall right through. Your mirror's cracked, and so are you. Tell me, what's the game? Truth and lies, they sound the same. Every time I think I've won, I'm back where I've begun. I built my faith like a house of sand. Each grain slipping through my open hand. Your confidence is a polished mask, hiding the answers I forgot to ask. I don't know what to believe anymore. Everything just opens another door. Confidence feels like a hollow sound. I look for answers, but they can't be found. Is it me who's blind, or you who lies? Is it hope or hurt that keeps me tied? I'm a thread unwrapped.